Okay, so as a reader, um, I grew up reading two different types of writing. So it was either like Toni Morrison and that realm of Black female fiction and liberation, or horror. So I read a lot of Stephen King, a lot of Toni Morrison. Then as I started getting older, I was reading like Terry McMillan and Nikki Giovanni and Anne Rice in terms of vampires. So it was kind of like a variety of things. It wasn't until later on in life when I started getting into sci-fi, like Octavia Butler. And it really wasn't until I was in full adulthood that I started getting into romance. But once I started getting into romance, I absolutely thought that the writers were just so very underrated. Like these writers are just, they were just exquisite in their storylines and plot developments and the series. But the one thing that, not with all of the writers, but with some of the writers, I felt like when I got to the romance part, and the love scenes and all of that, I just felt like it wasn't exactly what I wanted to see. And so when I started writing, I really started writing from the love scenes. I spent a lot of time trying to just flush out, the attraction, the titillation, the actual love scenes, and the tug of war that goes on with intimacy, and what we all bring to the table, what we want to see, and that ranges from just kind of very subtle things, dating, foreplay, and then the actual act. And so that's really what I focused on initially because I wanted to make sure that as a reader, I really enjoyed that aspect of my writing. And of course, I worked on plot development, all that good stuff. But that was really important for me as a reader, that I wanted to get a great experience from a romance novel in terms of the intimate scenes. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. If any of you guys have read my work, let me know what you think in terms of my performance as a writer for these intimate scenes. And stay tuned for the next part, which will be me incorporating artwork into my first novel.